kids don't struggle, it's the parents. It's clearly, I mean, everybody wants their kids to be really, really bright, but at the same time, maybe they want their son to be Virat Kohli. And that pretty much sums it up. So if there's no cricket, which eats up all the sports money in this country, and maybe deservedly so for those who love cricket, but I think the entire orientation towards sport, and I'm being very general, I mean, I'm generalizing here. I know there are exceptions to this, but largely we see that either parents push their kids into academia in the hope that they will, now be many other professionals along with the usual lawyer, doctor, engineer space. And if any kind of sport needs to be followed, it should be cricket, because cricket is where you get big returns. But for every successful Virat Kohli, there are millions and millions and millions others who perhaps haven't had that degree of success. So broadening the focus of Indian sport is I think very important. And I thought I don't know if it's my place to say that, or even if I'm qualified, having not really been a squash player of any consequence. I think, and again, I could be wrong, and please feel free to correct me. One of the reasons perhaps we don't end up reaching where we should as a community, as a culture, is because we don't value sport enough as such. And we've seen our neighboring country produce some very fine squash players, so it's not a genetic disadvantage. In certain sports, yes, Caucasian bodies are more predisposed to dominating certain sport, but we've had proof of our kind do so well. Again, I'm trying to compare apples and oranges here, but the point is, if we push students, young children into sport at an early age, it will yield eventually medals for India. You can't lament and say, oh, why don't we bring back Olympic medals, or why don't we dominate the sport globally, without actually having an impetus on grassroots inculcation of an interest in sport and fitness. I think it's a tremendous asset in life to be fitter than not, because it allows you to grapple with far greater challenges that may come your way. And I think the only way to have a sustained commitment to fitness, and I would even go as far as to say a lifetime commitment to fitness, is if you start young. So anybody who's played any kind of competitive sport at a young age, or has been part of a team sport or any kind of sport, will value the returns that you get on the time you invest in fitness.
गुलजी थोड़ा